What is good, my good people? It's your girl, Madam Joyce, in the bizzle, back again. Tell a friend it's been another week, long time no speak. I missed you guys. I hope you are enjoying yourself. And I'm very excited about today's episode. When we're talking about jobs, when we're talking about hustles, usually the girlies, they're doing nails or they're, cane rolling hair or they're doing braids. But guys, we have a lady today that is making her big bank, selling her toenails and her saliva to paying customers. And girl, she is making a lot of money. We got a YSL bag in the bizzle. Guys, I'm so excited to hear this story. She is going to talk us through all her journey from pay pigs to selling her used hair extensions. Guys, it is none other than Latiesha! How are you, Miss Jones? How are you doing?
I am great. Thank you so much for having me.
Honestly, thank you so much for being here, girl. My producer Hazi sent your TikTok and I was like, I need to sit down with this girl because you live a crazy life. And you know what? I feel like in my mind, I've always wanted to be like a dominatrix. And only for the fact of I really want to wear an all leather outfit. I keep saying this.
Like a sexy little catsuit or something.
Yeah, type shit with latex and stuff. But honestly, I'm so excited. First of all, let's have a little sippy sip.
My favorite drink ever.
What is this? What do they call it? Aperol Spritz. Do you know what? I think it's a very sexy, it's grown and sexy.
It is. On holiday, living your best life. Grab an Aperol Spritz and
also love the fact that you're from Manchester. Shout out all the girls from Manny.
We love it over there.
Period. So I want to know. Okay, first of all, if you were to summarize what you do in 2 sentences so the people understand, what would it be?
So I sell weird things online and I rinse men's pockets.
Oh,
that is how I would.
And when we're talking about rinse, how much are we talking here?
Dry.
Rinse dry.
Yeah, so with me in particular, because I've done this for so long, guys aren't getting away with just sending me little pennies or a tenner here or a tenner there. That's not cutting it with me. That is not cutting it with me. I need people's monthly salaries and things like that. That is what I want, and if that's not what I'm getting, then we're not.
So you're taking people's monthly salary.
I mean, when you say it like that, it sounds nasty.
Okay, well, they get... I mean, how is he going to survive the man?
They are willing participants, okay?
Okay, they're willing. So what's the most somebody has given to you in a sitting or in a session? I don't even know how it works. Is it a sitting? Is it a session?
Is it a sitting?
Okay.
Do you have some tea? And
no, how does it work? Is it... Yeah, the Aperol Spritz drops in my body. Oh my God. Even my hand is shaking. I'm so confused as to what's happening. Okay, let me just wipe that. Oh my God, it's gone through my... Oh God, I'm sorry. Thank God I went all black. Okay, cool. So you've got pay pigs.
Yes.
So explain to me a pay pig, madam mistress relationship.
So what a pay pig is, well, what they do, basically, they are just there. Basically, their dynamic is that they get off by giving you their money. That is it. So you don't really have to have that much interaction with them. You're not having a sexting session or something. You literally, with mine, I'll have maybe say an hour or something where we'll have a conversation. In that hour conversation, they're literally just sending me money and money and money. So
what's the conversation in the hour?
So with my pay pig, one of my pay pigs, my favorite one, he's called Sam. Shout out Sam. He doesn't get much of a conversation out of me at all because in our contract, he's not allowed to ask me questions. We're not allowed to kind of go into detail about stuff because, to be quite frank, I don't give a shit about his life. I just want his money. So
I need to understand this. So in the hour, all he's doing is sending you money.
Yeah, and praising me and saying you are the most amazing person ever. You are gorgeous. I am a piece of shit. And I'm like, oh my God, yes you are. Say it again.
And you have never met Sam?
No.
You've never had any physical interaction with Sam? How I find me a Sam? What's the most you've collected from him in a session?
So Sam, the most I've had from him in one session is about £7,000.
Oh!
He does have a very, very, very good job. He owns he works as the really high manager of a construction company. So he does actually have like a really macho, manly job, which is one of the reasons why I do like to take the piss out of him, because he's like some big balls in the construction site, but then he like begs for me to take all of his money.
£7,000
Yeah.
in one session. And how often are these sessions?
So I'll speak to Sam like once or twice a week.
And what's the average?
So usually on average, like it'll be around about £1,000. Like if it's like Christmas or like my birthday or something, or if he's doing something that's going to cost him a lot of money, that like if he's gone on a holiday or something, or if he's doing something for his birthday, then he has to do something for me too.
So if it's his birthday, it's your birthday.
It's my second birthday.
If it's his celebration, it's your celebration. So did he approach you?
Yes.
And he found you online. Obviously, you're very public with your brand and what you do. You also sell things as well. Like, please, I have never in my life.
I should have brought my little...
Girl, you sell your toenails?
Yeah. You
sell your fingernail clippings and people actually buy it?
Yeah. Toenails is actually a very popular one, weirdly enough. TMI, the customers usually eat the toenails. Yeah, sorry about that.
So how much I've seen it all. So how much are people buying? How much are people buying your toenail clippings for?
So my toenails are about start at £500. You can't buy like a set of my toenails for less than that.
£500 for your toenail clippings?
Yeah.
Guys, those are in America. We're talking about $800, for something that grows out of your toes.
Something that you put in the bin.
Something that you're supposed to put in the bin. Sometimes if you sweep your floor, you find it underneath the you'll find it underneath the chair. £500.
Yeah. Obviously, like when I first started, like I would never have been able to charge £500 for something, but you girls established these days, so it's fine.
So when you get to big boss status like you're selling your toenail clippings for £500.
Yeah, girl.
I don't even know if I want to get into selling your spit.
You know what? Actually, I feel like people think because it's your spit, it's kind of the weirdest one. It's actually the most normal one for me, I think.
So out of all the things that you sell, which one is your most popular?
So I would say, for me personally, it's like foot masks.
What's a foot mask?
Like a face mask, but for your feet.
Okay, so you sell foot masks?
Yeah.
As in used foot masks?
Yeah. So I'll wear it for like an hour or something. So like I'll have all day, like in my Uggs or something. You've got to wear the smelly shoes. So you have to make sure your feet are really hot and like disgusting. Guys, it's not that much of a glamorous job sometimes, but you get it, so it's fine. So you have to wear the sweatiest shoes all day, and then you will put the foot mask on, and then I wrap my feet in tinfoil as well, so then it's extra hot inside.
So it's extra moist so that the sweat can really penetrate the Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then how much do you sell that for?
So they can be like, it depends if I'm like feeling nice, usually about £350. But you can buy them for like £1 from Poundland or whatever.
So you sell the used. So you buy the new one for £1 from Superdrug, because I've been using that one,
yeah.
the honey manuka one. Big up Superdrug.
Yeah.
And then you sell that used foot mask for. You said this is your nice price of £350.
Yeah. So like it depends how long like the customer wants me to wear them. Like if they want me to put them on for like 3 hours or something, then obviously they'd be paying more money for me to do so. If they want me to do specific things in the day before I put them on, then they'd be paying me to do that.
And why do you think guys are interested in, nail clippings, foot? To me, this sounds very crazy, but it's like, what's the kink? Is it guys that have foot fetishes?
I don't, you know what? I always think about the psychology behind it. I always think, what actually like gets them off by this? I think it is obviously the fetish behind like it being your feet. But then also I just think sometimes guys want peculiar things from girls, and they don't want to ask, like, I don't know, the girlfriend or something. Don't really know, like, what can you get out of eating some toenails? Like,
what can you get out from it, Emmanuel? Is that something that turns you on?
Do you understand it though? Could you? Could you put yourself there?
I don't understand toenails, eating toenails. That's a bit.
What about the saliva?
The saliva, I don't understand any of it, to be honest. I understand the feet one because people have foot fetishes.
You mean the foot mask?
Yeah, the foot mask.
Would you buy a little foot mask?
Nah, I wouldn't even buy a face mask. That's used. Nah.
Would you buy someone's knickers?
Emmanuel, I can see.
I understand that one though.
I'm not.
Nah, I can't.
Imagine Rihanna said, "Listen, I'm selling my pants.
See, I would buy those from Rihanna.
£300. You get to.
I'll buy it and then resell it.
So you'll buy it, smell it, and sell it. You'll smell it. Don't lie. If Rihanna said, "Listen, I'm selling my used knickers," you're telling me you wouldn't buy it and smell it?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I don't. Emmanuel, you're talking shit. Emmanuel, you're capping.
Okay, realistically, out of curiosity, if it's in my hands, then yeah, innit?
What's the craziest thing someone has asked you to sell to them?
So this is a so this is a little bit disgusting. So I have had somebody ask me for my sick. Trigger warning, I didn't do it. Right? I actually promise I didn't do it.
Someone asks you for their for your vomit.
Mm-hmm.
So was there any stipulations around the vomit? Did it have to be a certain color? Did you have to eat something?
Yeah, so they wanted me to eat first. So they actually said they wanted me to eat 2 packets of salt and vinegar crisps and then make myself sick. And I just went along with it because I wanted to understand what was even going on here. But I was not doing that to myself. No amount of money could make me do that.
I would do it. Eat first of all, I love salt and vinegar crisp.
Yeah, I do. I love a packet of crisps, girl.
Salt and vinegar crisp, then you now vomit. So you're not even taking in any of the calories. You now vomit back and sell it. Oh God.
I don't want to regurgitate it though.
So did you? So when that request came in, what was going through your mind?
So I actually thought that he was just taking the piss. Like I genuinely thought, ain't no way. And obviously I've done this for a long time, so nothing really shocks me anymore. But that shocked me to the core. So I did just go along with it just to see if he was like joking or not. But he was dead serious.
And how much was he willing to pay for your vomit?
£100 is what he wanted.
You know what? Yeah, that's it. You know what? Primark. There's a lot you could do in £100 in Primark.
I mean, yeah, but
she said no. It's not.
I have to take that out of where I have to be sick in a bag. Take that to the post. I ain't taking that to the post office.
So all this stuff you just use it. Royal Mail.
Yeah, just Royal Mail. Mm-hmm.
Royal Mail. Do you know what people are using for your postal service?
No, don't be telling it. They'll get like fucking scanners or something.
I don't think a scanner will come through and be like, oh my God, that looks like a jar of saliva. That looks like a little bit of spit. So I had a pay pig one time. No, I tried to have tell a lie. I've had a pay pig one time. And you know what? I miss him. I wish I didn't block him. Basically, when I first ever started the podcast here, there was a week that I didn't have any money. I was so broke. I didn't have enough money to pay for the studio session.
Yeah.
And I was like, God, what am I going to do? So there was this guy that DM'd me and he was like, and I think a lot of people, when I first started, they thought I was like a dominatrix because my name is Madam Joyce.
Yes.
So they took the madam as she must be on them things there.
Yeah.
So
I get it. I can see it. I can see why.
They were confused. So anyways, he messaged me and he was like, I will give you £200. I will send you £200 to insult me. That I'm very discreet. I've had a couple girls do it before, but I just want you to assault me and I'm going to send you money. So I said to him, okay, if you're serious, send me £100. And he PayPal'd me £100 and I was like, yo.
Being gassed.
And bearing in mind, I probably had 70p in my account that day. £100 like that, just because. I said, okay. So anyways, I would send him voice notes and I'd be like, your mum is so fat. Like, I'm so sorry. He's like, yeah, you're such a dumb bitch. I don't like you.
Yeah.
You look like a sausage roll. Like I was just going hard. I'm not going to lie. He sent me £350 and I was able to pay for my studio time. So that week, so God bless you. God will use you highly favored. But it's like, Do you have any boundaries for your pay pig? Like, I know you said you have a contract with Mr. Sam, but like generally, what are your rules when it comes to pay pigs?
So with pay pigs for me in particular, obviously I don't have any of my like. Usually, if you were like advertising yourself as a dom, like that was your full-time niche, then you would have all your payment services in like your bio or something. So like before a pay pig could even message you, they would send you money, and then you'd notice them, and then they'd be able to message you. So with me, because I don't have that, so the first message that I need a pay pig to send me is, what is your bank details, or how do I pay you? I will not reply to any message if it's not one of those two things. And then I literally will just follow up and send my bank details or my PayPal.
So before a guy even speaks to you, they have to
show their loyalty and that they are real. And by doing that, they are sending the money, because a pay pig without paying is just a pig. So like,
it's like, girl, bye.
Yeah, I don't want it.
So how much? So there's the introductory fee. So what average? What's the introductory fee?
Usually like between like £50 and £100.
Okay.
If you're starting brand new, like usually people will accept like £20 fee, like to begin with. Just if you send like £1, I'm going to be like, ain't no way, I will just take it and ignore you forever. Obviously, but for like people who are starting, like £15-20 is usually all right.
It's usually okay.
Yeah.
And what's the difference between like a generous man and a pay pig?
So a generous man, usually, like if we're talking about like a sugar daddy or something, or like a girlfriend experience kind of guy, like they want something from you. Like they want conversation, they want phone calls, they want texting, they might even want some pictures. Like you are actively giving something to them back for that money. And they kind of have the power in the situation, because they are the one who's giving you the money.
It's transactional.
Yes. So with a pay pig, it's obviously they are still the ones who are giving you the money, but you are way more in control. The dynamic falls to you, really. And sometimes pay pigs aren't actually that well off.
So they got no money.
Some, yeah. Not mine though, but some.
So in terms of like someone like a pay pig's like, listen, I want you to like have all my salary, my 1,700 a month, I'm giving it to you. Doesn't a part of you ever feel like, God, like how's this poor boy gonna eat this month?
Yeah, so obviously sometimes like they will say like, oh my God, I've got no money, like I'm so skint, like I've given you the last £1,000, and I'm like, all right, thank you. However, my like little tiny bit of guilt inside of me is thinking, do they actually? But realistically, they aren't going to give you all of their money and not be able to eat anything. Like, be so for real right now.
They're just saying that.
Yeah, it's just the dynamic, like the role play. They'll say, oh, I've got no money, I've got nothing, blah blah. Because you're not going to then be like, oh, well, do you want me to give you £50 back?
I would. It's like, oh, you okay?
Like,
are you okay? I can give you £100 back so you can manage yourself for the month.
And I think realistically, you're a grown-ass man. Like, if you are going to give someone all of your money, then, I mean, more fool you, really.
To a woman that you've never even met. So tell me how you start these things. Like, how do you just get into, how do you find a pay pig? Like, how did you find like this niche of guys wanting to buy random things online? Because until I've come across your profile, I've never seen that a guy would buy saliva. I've heard of used panties.
Yeah.
But like some of the stuff you sell online is I've never seen it.
So I actually, when I first started in the industry, I was a stripper. So I used to work in a strip club, and I had one really good customer who used to come in every Thursday night, and he'd just come in just to spend time with me. And then like a few times after I'd seen him, he was like, oh, like I'll give you £100 if you give me your stockings. And I was like, you want these? Like I've literally been traipsing around the strip club for 10 hours, sweating, like dancing all over the floor in them. And he was like, yeah, I want them. And I was like, right. So he gave me £100 for them. And I was thinking, and I said to him, like, why do you want them? And he was like, oh, because I'm going to sniff them. And I was like, that is the weirdest shit ever. And he was like, there is so many people who like stuff like this. He was like, there's a whole community of us. So we were sat literally talking for like 3 hours in VIP. About,
which club is this? Okay, you're not mentioning. Okay, that's fine.
But anyway, so we spoke for ages, and then he told me that there's like specific websites that these people are on. So when I first started, like people mainly used like Twitter to do like sex work and stuff, but
Okay.
now like, well, X anyway. So it's not really like that anymore. X isn't really used mainly for like sex workers anymore. So now there's like designated websites where the people are there, the people are vetted, and they're the ones that are in my guides, which is what's on my social media for other people to use. So all the websites that they can use that are safe with like legitimate people are there. So I always tell people, don't waste your time with social media. Like there's a trend on TikTok now where people put like their PayPal art and they're like, pigs come to me now and send me money. I'm thinking, babe, you ain't getting no pig from that. Mm-mm.
So how would you attract a pig if you're like starting out and you wanted to get a pig? Like what would the steps be?
So you'd have to market yourself as a dom. So I'm a soft dom. Because I'm not really very dominant, like dom at all. I'm actually a very submissive person. So my kind of dom style is being really nice and affectionate, and kind of gaining emotional control over the person. So like, I want you to fall in love with me and then you'll do whatever I tell you to do. So you need to market that. You need to obviously put out that you are looking for subs, that you are looking for loyal people who want to pay your bills, who want to treat you. You have to kind of market as if you are looking for somebody to add value to your life, not that you're desperate. Too many people are like, I need you to pay my rent. I've got 50 baby daddies and no money. Like you can't be doing that.
Yeah.
You need to be acting like you're the baddest bitch alive and they are like at your feet thinking, I need to be in contact with this girl. So then they will send the money to be able to have your attention.
I like that a lot. I like the fact that just the assertiveness of it, like you said, being the one where it's like, I'm in control.
Yeah.
So tell me, like, in terms of like your paybags, how do you talk to them? Like, what kind of conversations do you have with them? Like the ones that you do talk to?
Shall we have a look? It's little Sam over here.
Are you gonna call Sam?
I can't call him, but I can. So I texted him.
Okay, you text him. So you text him. Okay.
And I said, Pig, are you busy? He said, never too busy for you, my goddess. How are you? Do you need me?
Oh, goddess.
I don't need you ever.
Emmanuel, you need to start calling me goddess.
So I'm going to say, because he said, do I need him? Absolutely not. I'm going to say, I never need a pathetic man like you. I only want your money. So let's have something or off. Yeah.
Not the pig emoji. He said, how are you? Do you need me? Pig emoji. I never need a pathetic man like you. I only want your money. So let's have something off. Full stop.
You've got to have the full stop.
So we're going to wait for him to reply back.
So he should. He doesn't usually take ages to reply. He should. I've said I've got to, is like, let's have something. So that means he's got to send me something.
So he has to send you something now.
Yeah, so we'll leave that there. So in general, our conversations, they don't really go any like in depth at all. It is literally just about him sending me money. Like last week, was it last week or the week before? Like I went shopping and I spent like £1,000 in Louis Vuitton, and then I told him to I sent the receipt for him to reimburse me, and then he did, and I just sent a picture of it and said, "Thanks, this is what you paid for. Now all your friends can laugh at you." I had a really good day that day.
And then what did he say?
Let's see.
Now all your friends can laugh at you. And then what did he say?
He said, "It feels amazing that you're spending my money." With a little that emoji when like they're on the floor.
Do you know what? Yeah, I used to love that emoji, yeah, but I don't think I want to use it. Because guys, I'm gonna put the emoji up here. It's this one, but now it looks like he's begging. Like
he's replied, yes, of course, my goddess. Do you have anything you want paying for, or just send, as I am not paid till Friday? He's not paid till Friday, but I had dinner at Novikov yesterday. Let me send the receipt. Let's see.
Listen, we need furniture in this studio.
Right, so I'm sending my Novikov receipt from yesterday.
Okay.
So I'm gonna send
as you're doing this, I'm just thinking, them ones where as you're doing this, I'm just thinking, all the men in my life, they are so useless. Like, that's all I'm thinking. I'm thinking,
Yeah, so it's £203 and I just sent it and said sort it.
sort it. No, please. No, nothing.
Oh, no, you never say please. I'm not desperate. I don't need him to. I'm all right. I've paid for that myself, so I don't need him. I don't
Do you know
need
what,
him
yeah?
to pay, but it's his pleasure to be able to pay.
So what can we use these tactics for like a normal guy, like a regular
I
guy?
think it would work in a dynamic of like an actual relationship. I genuinely think like you could reverse psychology him.
Okay, so if I wanted a guy to buy me something right now, what would I say? Because I'm about to put this shit to the test.
Like, you just send them what you've like, go and buy yourself something, or like pretend you've bought something and be like, oh, look at what I've bought, and then they might be like, oh, that's really good, and then you could just be like, oh, so you're not gonna then give me the money back for it? You can't afford that. That's a shame for you because I can afford it.
Yeah, the masculinity will go down the drain.
They will shrivel.
They'll shrivel. Oh my God. Even that. I'm not even a man and I felt that. I'm not even a guy and I felt that. He's like, oh, especially because if you've bought it first, then it's like, you can't even afford this. Ew.
And you think that you can text me.
But what if you've already shagged them?
Well, just say it was an experiment. He was helping out a homegirl.
It's C&T, baby. Right, guys, if you are enjoying this episode, make sure that you smash the subscribe button. Smash it. Guys, Emmanuel said, if we get to 1 million subscribers, we're going to get a joint tattoo. Yes, guys, we're going to get a group tattoo. Did you confirm, Emmanuel? You said it today.
Yeah, I said it still.
Okay.
Eyewitness.
Yes, we need a witness, guys. If we get to 1 million subscribers, we are getting a team tattoo. I don't have a tattoo. Emmanuel doesn't have a tattoo, and Latif doesn't have a tattoo. So this will be our first ever tattoo. So if you want us to get tatted, smash that subscribe button and make sure you comment below. We need the comments. And if you are part of the Spotify Apple team, make sure you smash it. Whatever needs to be smashed, smash it. Don't just smash your ex in it. But aside from that, smash everything else. Bah, bah, bah. You work with a lot of people online. Has there ever been a time where you've been scammed?
So when I first began, yeah, of course, you get bloody scam left, right and centre. Because you're very naive.
Yeah.
And you especially when I started, like I literally had not a single pot to piss in. Like I was bottom barrel, like broke.
Mm-hmm.
So you just kind of want something to be real so bad that you don't see the red flags.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't see that like this is the most obvious scam ever because you really want it to be real. So like PayPal scams or like sugar daddy scams where like they'll say, oh, I've got 15 sugar babies. I can add you into a group chat. You need to pay £15 and I'll pay you £1,500 right now. And like, I can't tell you how many times people fall for it. I myself have fell for that one before when I very first started.
So you have to send the £15.
Yeah, but you don't because that's not a thing.
So what, they just collect £15?
They just take £15 and then block you and see you later. The next person.
And then they start accumulating. So
yeah. So like they might say like, oh, I'll get my 5th sugar baby to send you a message and so she can prove it's real. I'm thinking, oh right, yeah, it's got to be real. But you can get a picture from a woman on the internet from wherever and just put it on a different phone. Like it's not rocket science. You just don't see it as obvious as it is when you're new and you've got it.
Would you mind sharing, like, in terms of everything that, like, average, like, monthly, how much are you making from, is it separate? Is the selling stuff separate to the pay pigs? I'm thinking, should we split it? So how much do you make a month from being a soft dom and how much do you make a month from selling?
So I usually put them together.
Okay, put it together.
Yeah, just because I own a webcam agency, so that's separate.
Oh, so okay,
Yeah.
so you got a webcam agency as well.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So
yeah. So
okay.
with like selling and pay pigs, usually on average it's about like 25 to sometimes £40,000 a month.
25 to 40 racks a month.
Yeah.
Selling toenail clippings and saliva.
I have 5 very loyal customers.
Good girl, no DP.
No, it does not.
Good girl, no DP.
In this life, you've got to be different.
When Bob said that she was so fine, Good girl, no DP. Ha! 25 to 40 racks a month.
And it can go higher than that. It just depends on like at Christmas and stuff, or like my birthday. Like obviously those times are really important. So that is when I would expect more.
But even the fact that you, outside of cold cash, like physical cash in your account, they're buying you stuff.
Yep.
They're covering your food bill.
They
They'll
go out
cover
with the
your
girls,
rent. They
yeah.
can go out with the girly pops. They're even saving money. Ha! Whoa.
Like holidays, things like that.
God. And you've never met any of your...
No, it's all virtual online.
Do you speak to them on the phone or just text?
Yeah, so I'll speak to them on the phone sometimes. But it's not... On the phone isn't really, like, feasible for me. Don't really like being on the phone, to be fair. So I don't feel like I give what I would usually give.
On the text,
yeah. And I'm not, like, naturally dominant. So I feel like it would be harder for me to perform that way. So it's better for me on text. Like, I'll send a voice note or something. Or like a video or whatever.
Sorry, my mind is really spinning as you're telling me all these things. It's honestly, girl. Okay, so you've spoken to me about what the strangest request someone has asked you to do. Obviously, you refuse to do that. But what is the strangest item that's made you the most money?
So the thing that makes me the most money usually are my braids.
What do you mean your braids?
So like I'll take them out and then put them in a bag and sell them. And my braids are a big part of my income.
So obviously this is extensions.
Yeah.
So your expression,
Yeah, expression hair, take it out, bag it up.
Girlies. That summer expression color to you, just
Sam.
Send the money.
Yeah, Sam has sent the money and rounded it up.
Send and rounded, princess. You've got another notification.
Oh yeah, that's my Barclays notification that he sent it.
Guys, Sam has sent the money for the Novikov yesterday.
Yeah, there we go. To both of them.
£205 and then another 200.
Yeah. So that took what, 10 minutes?
I'm selling myself short, guys. I am. That's the I've done things for less. I know the girlies are sitting down thinking, bruv, ask that man for money today.
Yeah.
Ask that man for money today. Ask that man for money today. Yeah, ask that man for money today. Because I'm still trying to process. So how much are you selling your used expression for?
So my braids, 800 to like £1,000.
Are you nuts?
No, every 8 weeks I've got one customer, 800 to £1,000.
So you've removed your braids.
Yep.
Your expression. Is this even human hair?
No.
Synthetic.
Yeah. It's like
Blood
20
of
quid.
Jesus.
It's literally £20.
Girl. And somebody buys
So actually, this guy who buys them, he does live in London. He's like the most typical like roadman. Like he's so normal. Like you wouldn't actually think that he was any kind of like weird or whatever. But he is a dealer. He makes so much money. And he only puts money in his bank to send it to me for my hair.
So he pays for you to do the hair?
Yeah. So within the money that he gives me, I pay.
Do the hair.
Yeah.
Okay. So within the money he gives to you, you'll do the hair. How long does he like it to marinate in your scalp?
So it's usually like 7 to 8 weeks I've got to keep him in.
7 to 8 weeks. And then you undo it, you take it and give it to him.
Yeah.
And then what does he do with it?
He sniffs it and gets himself off with it. Sorry, guys.
So wait.
I'm really sorry.
Oh, love this show, man. I love this fucking show, you know. So does he get the expression and just quit it? Does he the what's this? What this is 360. Which hair colors is this 360? He'll collect it and he'll now use it to rub. Does he rub his with the
I like to think that maybe he puts it there so we like can envision that I am down there, maybe. So it doesn't. That makes it a little bit less weird for me, even though it's probably just made it worse now. Actually,
Emmanuel, you're usually the spokesperson for your species.
I think maybe he has like a doll, and then he's trying to make it as real as possible.
Yeah, maybe he's creating a doll.
Probably.
Where do you think that comes from? Where do you think that type of kink comes from? That, you know what? Yeah, expression. Let me get an old expression and let me do something. How does that sort of kink formulate? And he doesn't miss 7 to 8 weeks.
7 to 8 weeks, last 2 years, never missed. Never.
Girls, all the time that we've been doing our boho braids, we've just been removing it and throwing it in the bin.
I've got so many girls who work with me now who have braids and they sell their hair all the time now too. It is actually really popular, your braids. So lots of the girls who work with me, who have braids like me, they do it.
All this time. All these braided styles, we've just been packing in the bin.
Looking it away.
I am so fascinated to understand what that does to a man, or why a man would choose that level of kink. But do you feel like, are these guys, I'm sure a lot of these kinks are things that like they probably don't share with people, or
yeah, I don't imagine they'd ever be telling like the bro or whatever. Like,
do you think that like they have girlfriends that don't know about these things?
Yeah, so 2 of my customers have girlfriends, and they don't know.
So the 2 customers that have girlfriends, what do they buy from you?
So one is the guy who buys my braids, and the other one is the guy who he buys like mainly foot stuff, like foot masks, toenails.
So
socks.
Somebody's boyfriend out there. Somebody's boyfriend out there has a braid fetish I have never heard of. Guys, there is a fetish for braids.
Indeed.
And one of your mans has it. I'm not gonna lie, I've heard it all today. Have you ever regretted selling something?
I don't think I've ever regretted something in the sense of I didn't want to sell the item. I think maybe I just regretted what I priced it at.
What, too low or too high?
Yeah, too low. I think that's the only thing, because I am very strong with my boundaries. Like if I don't want to sell something, then I'm not selling it. Like I don't care how much money you offer me, like it's not being sold if I don't want to sell it. So I think with that situation, I think I just sold it too cheap, and then I realised like, oh, I could have got more. Yeah. And then I feel like I've sold myself short, even though like I probably made about 15 times the item anyway, but I could have made 20 times.
So outside of your pay pigs and your reoccurring customers, when you have like, you know, newer customers that just want to experiment or try new things, do they ever want a story? Do they ever want to get to know you, or is it just straight transaction?
So me personally now, with my 5 customers, I am exclusive with them. I don't take any extra customers.
Any new customers?
No, I don't go looking for any others. But before, like I was exclusive with them, like people would want to get to know me, and I do tell the girls who work with me that like allowing someone to see your personality and like and actually kind of know who you are is a really important part, enabling the customer to kind of connect with you, so then they want to spend more money on you. Because at the end of the day, like they do want to know who they're sending the money to, and if they're buying items, you can get more of a connection to a physical thing if you know that person. And it might sound a bit weird, but like if someone buys my socks, like if they knew me and they liked me and like I was actually nice to them, they'd have more of a connection to my socks then, which would then probably make them pay more for them than what they would do before. But a lot of the women who work for me, like, they're anonymous. So when I say, like, you need to show your personality, they think it means, like, actually take a picture of yourself. But you don't need a picture of yourself to show your personality. Like, you just need to talk to them like you would talk to anyone just normally. You don't need to be someone else.
A lot of people who are watching this will be like, oh my God, how can you do that? You know, oh my God, like, this job that you have, it doesn't make any sense. It's, you know, it's what would people say? They'd say a lot of negative things. So what do you say about people who look down on your industry or they judge you?
I would just say, how much money do you have?
Okay.
And then I would walk away because there's nothing else to say. Like,
what else is there to say?
It just is what it is. Like, I used to work at Tesco. Like, I used to work my ass.
I used to work at Tesco.
Yeah, like, I used to work in .com. I used to push trolleys around getting people shopping. Like, I felt like I was being abused in that place, getting paid that amount of money for the amount of work that I was doing. And I used to be a carer. I used to be wiping people's.
Oh my God, same.
I've done all the jobs that you need to do to be a good person in the community or whatever. That didn't pay me shit. It didn't pay.
So you did Tesco and then you did care work and then you were like, I'm going to the strip club.
Yeah.
What was it like working in the strip club? Do you mind going just touching?
Yeah, no, it was good. So I worked in the strip club pre-COVID, so it was a lot different than what it is now.
Yeah.
I would never go back to the strip club now because it just the finances aren't financing like they used to
be.
However, it used to be so good. Like, it was lit. You'd go in, it would be like I would just stand in the dance room all night and it would just be one after the other. Now it's like a rat race. Like, there's no like proper customers. They don't want to spend. You kind of got to convince them to spend. But beforehand,
it was easy peasy.
Oh, so easy. So easy.
It's C&T, baby. Right, we're going to get into a dilemma. Before you go, I want to do a dilemma with you.
Okay,
I think it'll be super, super fun. The title is Lots of Pay Pigs Are Reaching My Girlfriend, and I don't know how to feel about it. My girlfriend posted a selfie on Twitter and it randomly went viral. It got tens of thousands of likes and retweets, and now her DMs are flooded with guys offering money, gifts, and weird requests. A lot of them are calling themselves pay pigs and saying they want to send her money just to exist. One guy asked for her Amazon wishlist link, so she sent one. She thinks it's funny, but also kind of tempting. We are in a solid relationship, so I'm not feeling insecure about it, but it's definitely a weird situation, and I honestly don't know how to feel about it. Would you ever let your partner accept money from strangers online if it was all digital and no real interactions involved?
So I have a boyfriend. We've been together for 3 years.
I just need some time to process what you just told me. Because throughout this whole conversation, I was under the guise and assumption that you were single.
No, I'm comfortable. I'm settled.
You have a proper boyfriend?
Yeah, we've lived together for 3 years. Like, we are.
And he's okay?
Mm-hmm. He lives his best life. Like, we just stayed at Pan Pacific in a £1,500 suite for one night. Like, I think he's all right.
Do your pay pigs know that you are with someone?
Yeah.
And they're okay with that?
Yeah.
It doesn't ruin the fantasy for them?
No, I think they kind of like it because maybe to them it feels like I'm cheating. I'm not, but obviously in their head.
So when you first started dating your boyfriend, was you doing this?
Yeah, so I was a stripper when I first met him.
Okay, so you was already like in the industry. And how did he feel about dating a sex worker?
So I think we never got seeing each other to be serious in the beginning. And he will always say that we was never a serious thing. He just wanted to have sex with a stripper. But then obviously things happen. And I think it does take a lot in a relationship to have that trust. And I think it takes a lot for a guy to not feel... obviously he knows I'm never going to fall in love with these people and run away into the sunset with them. But even still, I think it takes a lot for a man to just be like, right, it's fine. She's sat next to me and she's texting some guy. And it not be she must like him. So I do think it took my partner probably way more than it takes me because it's my job. I do it. I know that it's not serious. But for a man, I think it's probably a lot harder. But literally loads of women who work for me have partners, husbands, and I think it just comes down to trust and how open you are with the situation. If you're obviously hiding things or you're overcrossing your boundaries and stuff, like if my partner said, I don't want you to send like a picture of your face or something, I wouldn't send a picture of my face. Like I would respect his boundaries 100%. So I think you just have to have that conversation and figure it out.
So have you ever had a situation where maybe your partner was feeling a little insecure about something, or he wasn't happy with something, or he just says, listen, babe, I 100% trust you, do your thing?
Yeah, he just lets me just do.
Let me help you clip your toenails, girl. We got some money to make, girl. Type shit.
Yeah, like he doesn't, like he now he knows he doesn't want to know like the details.
Okay.
Like, so like he won't want to be like, oh, what did you say to your pay pig? Like he won't want to know all of the details.
All the details. Okay.
But he just trusts me enough to know that I know his boundaries and I'm not crossing them. Like I used to do like OnlyFans and stuff, but now I don't make any kind of like explicit content or anything like that now.
It's just straight
it's just pay pigs and just selling items. That is it. So there's nothing like on social media about any like content that I used to do. That all went. So that was one of the things that he said he needed, and I said that's fine, we can do it. Like I'm not.
Emmanuel, would you ever date?
No.
It's the cackle for me.
No.
Before you wouldn't date a woman. Like let's just say it wasn't like, obviously what Latiesha does, she just sells stuff, just toenail stuff. She's not having any sexual encounters with them.
It's vintage.
You said it's vintage, girl.
But spicy.
it's just sending for Royal Mail.
I just can't be asked for that.
You wouldn't consider it.
It doesn't seem easy. It seems complicated.
In what way? In
terms of like the way you said it, it seems like, okay, yeah, that's calm, like, but it just seems like there's a lot of little things that
nuances.
Would just, yeah.
Yeah, I get that, and I think there definitely can be, but I think that's where you, as the person who's selling the thing or selling the service, you have to have your boundaries in place, because obviously guys will try to get what they can get, and I think when you start out new, you don't have your boundaries in place because all you want is money, so you end up doing things that you don't want to do, and it like ends up in a slippery slope with you just doing whatever crazy stuff that you need to do to make money. But if you've got your boundaries in place and like, this is what you do, I only sell items, I only speak to you if it's for like pay pig situation, then it simply just stands as that. It is up to you to hold that boundary.
I'm using this moment to shoot my shot. If you want me to call you a dirty and you send me money, just message me. Listen, you filthy doggy. If you you animal, you dirty that's just a teaser. If you want the full experience, just DM me. But make sure you ask for account details first, and then we can chat.
That's a good one. You have to tell me if you get one.
I will. I'll give you the tea.
Yeah.
I told you there was someone that DM'd me the other day, and then he was like, yeah, I want to be your pay pig. And I was like, okay, send me money before we can talk. And he was like, how's £10? I said, what am I going to do with £10? He said, I'm so sorry. Let me send you 15. I said, I just stopped replying. Funny enough, he even messaged me on the Cocktails and Takeaways page. I'm sorry, guys. You lot saw it. Did you see it, Hazzy? It was even on the Cocktails and Takeaways page. I was thinking, I got salaries. Let me try and go work me something, girl. Guys, this has been a phenomenal episode, guys. But we are going to close there. I hope you really enjoyed this one. I had a time. Sister girl, where can we find you on the internet?
TikTok is the main place that you can find me.
What's that?
Oh, I don't know.
Girl.
It's like a variation of my name, but because I keep having my accounts hacked and deleted, it's like Latiesha Jones with 3 S's or 2 or 1. Latiesha Jones, 2 S's, 1.
Period. Latiesha, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you.
Thank
what
you.
A life you live. Oh my God. This is absolutely insane. But I had a time with the Aperol spritz and the gist.
Hey guys, it's Latiesha Jones. I've been here with Madame Joyce and we've been talking about all how to rinse those wallets. Next week we'll be back with another bad girl or bad boy and maybe some money.
Period.